What's up, guys? The Penthers here. How are we doing today? How are we doing? This song from Miley slaps, but at the same time, you know how it's about like Thor or like, what's his name? Can't remember his name. What I will say is, she could probably be a pain in the ass, couldn't she? What's up? Oh, something happened. That lineup's available. It's Jean Boutez with the clean sheet. Darland's not doing very well. Celtic versus St. Mirren. Patata and Jota start. Let's go, baby. 190 comments goodbye 1 year. But at the same time, right? It's a great update, right? Yo, Bullet Club Soldier, thanks for the 6 months, bro. I don't think anyone can suggest that it's not just a brilliant update. Man, how can Dart look, I know this game's 0-0 right now, right? It's unlikely to say that because Union Saint-Gilloise are dominating, which confuses me. How can a defender who after 65 minutes has faced 65% possession, 9 shots, 3 shots on target in just a really attacking team, how can that defender still have just only the clean sheet bonus? 1 effective clearance, 1 net duel and only 5 duels altogether, barely any passes, no defending to actually do. What is happening? Put Sheriff tweet. Put Sheriff tweeted. Hullet is coming as a team of the year icon. No goddamn way. Well, Ruud Hullet is coming as a team of the year icon. And I'll tell you what, this card design is one of the nicest. No, I pull that back. This card design is the nicest card design EA have ever made. It is just perfect, right? It's subtle, it's clean, but it's electric. And Ruud Hullet is going to be getting a 95 rated team of the year icon. This is an expected set of stats. I wonder if it's an SBC. I don't know. I'm very excited about it, though. I'm very excited about it. Julie, thanks for the 13 months. Apple, thanks for the 13 months, baby. Opinions on Milan Derby. Don't really care. Don't really follow Serie A football that much. Yes, now Vandenberger starts. We've got a little bit of hope for some rewards this week. You know, Tressel didn't do the best. Oh, Darla might have finally won a tackle. Nope, an interception. Nope, he won a duel. Thanks, Guillaume. Yeah, if Jean, like a midweek with this few games, the points needed to get a reward are going to be so low. Tressor 37, not bad as a sub. I wish I didn't captain him, mind you. We've got to find out whether Vorma is going to be starting. 48.2. Oh, they've scored. Sommers from Francis, Jesus. Oh, do you know what? I literally nearly bought him yesterday. His card went on auction. His Super F, like 800 quid, 759 quid. I was considering buying it. What are my thoughts on new upgrade packs? A little pricey. They're a little bit expensive, but you know, it's a good pack, isn't it? Wait, the Livingston game has been postponed. Why? No! That means I've got no chance here. Devlin, no game. Vorma and Bruce are starting. Doesn't matter now. Doesn't matter anymore. So Korka didn't play in the end. He wasn't in the team. So my underdog rare, Dunzo. Unless Bruce gets 100 points. And now with Devlin not playing and Tressor only getting a sub appearance, that's toast as well. Ah, well, never mind. It's so rare free. Not only is so rare free, now is the absolute best time to get involved in so rare. Just for some tips for you guys, right? When it comes to the Bundesliga draft, two things to consider. Number one, Florian Wirtz will be starting, and because his L15 is 0, he's very cheap. Number two, Jan Sommer is now a Bayern Munich player, and he will be playing on Friday. But because he's not Bayern yet on So Rare, you can manage to get Jan Sommer in with 2 other Bayern players. So I've got Sommer, Upamecano, Wirtz, Kimmich, and Player. And I think that is... Will Sommer start? He will start, yeah. Exclusive, thanks for the 3 months, man. Much appreciated, bro. I don't want to feel how I did last night. I don't want to feel... Aller, yeah, I've got Aller as well. I have got him. I got him as well, just in case he goes into the next lineup. So we've got Sebastian Aller. Like, it's unlikely he'll start against Augsburg, but he will play. Is Royce on 35 as well? Oh, I might go and change. Yeah, I'm gonna go and change then. Hold on. Let me get rid of. I don't really need Nkunku. No, I don't have Nkunku. Oh, I've got Kimmich and Wirtz. That's tough. I can't not have Kimmich, man. Yeah, Royce is a mid. So I've got 2 points left over, man. I've got Aller, Player, Kimmich, Wirtz, Upamecano, Sommer, and then Munier as like an extra backup as well. Wirtz, Royce, and Kimmich. Yeah, that's tough. That's still decent. I might get him on the other one, on the other account. Now, for my La Liga draft, I don't like this swap option. I don't like the way they show it. It's not like very user friendly when you click swap. Like, who do I not want? Just gonna have a little look at projected lineups. I've got the biggest tinnitus in my ears right now, man. Spain. Liga Santander, they don't have it up yet. Well, we've got Burnley up, yeah. Muric at 90. I don't like it. It's not even in score order. Yeah, and you can't like... you can't organize by points or anything. Like, I can only get rid of 2. I can't even see what matchup they've got, or like, it's just so dumb. It's just not a good system. Not sure Bayern will keep a clean sheet. Yeah, they might not. Mukolo, Mwani, and Kamada, good scores playing bottom of the league. And of course, Kimmich is all bang. So yeah, Kimmich will be legit. Go on, Darland. Keep pushing, pal. Oh, you can get double here now. The limited, All-Star Limited or whatever it is. Second Division Limited. It's the only one I've got a real chance on of getting a reward now. We've got some hope as well. I made some moves again today, though, guys. I made some moves. How about that? I did I sold Busot, which I'm so happy about, right? I sold him a little less than what he's sold at here and here. Which is a bit of a shame. But when I traded him for Ozdemir. Those Ozdemirs. Ozdemir is now worthless again. Because Umraniyaspor already picked up a new goalkeeper. I don't think it's none of these guys, but they've already picked him up. Which is great. Like, and so I effectively got this Bossert guy for the week that just finished, or for this game week. Bossert in this game week. Yeah, Bossert's in this game week. Not that it matters now that Devlin's not going to be playing. But I made some purchases. Ozer, is that who they bought? Yeah. So I sold Centurion. I sold Romagnoli. I bought Bruno Perez rare. I wanted his super rare as well, but the guy, I didn't have the ETH at the time, and his super rare was up for like 325, and it expired, and that's it now. I sold them all, yeah. 69 TW, I sold them all. So that was nice, right? And what I did with my teams because of that is this. So All-Star Rare remained the same. Guerrerian and Gignac paired together. Caro, Grimaldo, and Songuer. Rare Underdog stayed the same and is just shite. And it seems like Maleka's not even been expected to play to start next game either, which is sad, but I might put Thomas Partey elsewhere. Limited All-Star remained the same. Limited Champion Europe remained the same. Limited Challenger Europe remained the same. Second Division Europe remained the same. Limited Underdog remained the same. I now have under 23 rare. I got rid of under 23 rare pro. Change Ulreich. I don't have another goalkeeper. I literally have Ulreich or Neuer. That's it. So I need an under 23 defender that's going to play. Get Messi and Ronaldo and Neymar and Mbappe. Yeah, all right, mate. I'll get right on that. But yeah, I basically changed around. I got rid of the All-Star Rare Pro team. No, the under 23 Rare Pro team moved into this team. So tonight we need to scout an under 23 defender. Someone for the future as well, not necessarily like a proven person. I don't mind getting like a bit of a risky player because I quite like this lineup without it. What's up, Channy pal? What do you think of the new update, Channy? Yeah, Sommer's going to start the next game. I then built an all-star rare team. Rules, Sevilla, Trusty, and Soriano should start. Etai Tinger's at 40%. I don't have anyone else to put in here. And then Underdog, Jimenez may or may not be injured. Jung should start. Klaassen may or may not start. Sauer may or may not start. So that's just like the throwaways. Love it all, but Asia being screwed a little. Don't know. See, I don't think Asia has been screwed much at all. Some guy provided a... hold on. I'll link it here. Some guy provided a spreadsheet. Now, the whole season, there are only 7 games where they are double game weeks, which I think is probably about the same as last week, right? I think last season. I think last season probably had about 7 double game weeks, right? Is that you, Ferris Wheel, yeah? Is this your spreadsheet? Yeah. K-League doesn't lose 1/3 of its games. I think what people are mostly upset about is the volume of games that would have been weekend games that are now midweek games, because it splits people's galleries that now don't have the ability to field a team. Like, for example, we'll take the very first one, right? So first of all, no problems all the way. Like, this is going to be a double game week here. That's sad. Then there's some game weeks that get lost into a midweek. But even then, it's only 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 12. It's only 13 games that get moved into a midweek. And it's not... I don't think it's that bad. Yeah, I mean, hopefully they'll put top score counts in. Would fall into a weekend game with all 4 of these teams playing on the Friday, and therefore a different game week. Would fall into the weekend game. Yeah, so I think like the biggest upset isn't the necessarily double game weeks. I think the biggest upset is that some people who would have a 5 for the weekend now might only have 4 or 3 for the weekend because some of their teams are now playing in the midweek. But there is more than enough time with a fixture list already available to shuffle your gallery around, because you don't get that first, like this is the first double game week, but you don't get the first split until May the 5th. Like, you've got like 4 months to fix that issue. That's plenty. And it was already happening, yeah. So yeah, anyway, back to the team. So Rare Underdog is where it is. Common Casual is what it is. My Limited Specialist. I'm very tempted to look for a replacement for Schön, because I actually have an over 60 available here. Dermich and Sorare are my unders. Saar and Kakir are the mids. I am tempted to spend, because this is a really good lineup, and I could do some real damage in Specialist with a much better. But Schön has got a really good matchup against Emin, so I don't know. Sharky, if you're just going to be a dickhead in the chat at every opportunity, you'll just get banned, bro, all right? Legends Challenge is just whatever. All-Star Rare Pro. So I kind of... I want Bakasehetas. I don't know how to say his name properly. He won't play in this lineup. Instead, he will play in this lineup instead of Tunstra. And then effectively by tomorrow, by Friday's lock, I want to have Bakasehetas. I don't know how to say his name. And that lineup would be Perez and Baka, Ricky and Barini and Anastal. Then we've got Second Division Europe is what it is. And then it's just this team here. It's not the best team. Neres probably only gets 45 minutes. But I don't think I'm going to change this team at the moment. And that's going to be my lineups. So all I need to do right now is get Bakasehetas. But I need to... I've been trying to trade for him all day. But it's difficult because people just want ETH. Honestly think PSU massively overreacted. Wait, what did PSU say? What's up, Connor Pal? What's up, Aaron? How you doing, buddy? I'm going back on FIFA tonight? Nah, man. Won't really be putting too much attention on FIFA. Big web debut tonight. Is he actually? Yeah. I knew it. I told you guys, didn't I? I knew Union Saint-Gilloise were going to get that goal. Darlan score. Deadbeat. How do you have so much defensive work to do and you're still terrible at it? All these boys start. Alan Power starts. Veghorst, Fernandes, Anthony, Rashford. It's a good team that Man United have got, man. He was all over Discord initially. Not a happy chat with regards to Asia. Does it really bother his gallery that much? Is it like, I don't even think like what I need to, like what effectively needs to happen is somebody who could like kind of like get the information quickly because they've got a tool or a bot or something needs to figure out how many game weeks last week, last year, last season had split between midweek and weekend and how many had doubles, because I bet you it's very similar. Hopefully Casemiro gets booked, misses the Arsenal game. Boom. So yeah, I need to pick him up. He's cheap. I wouldn't mind just paying the ETH. I'm halfway there. I'm over halfway there. I've got 0.05. I've got, most specifically in terms of the players on sale, that I could sell quite easily, that I want to actually sell, that are up for very reasonable prices, is Dmitrievski, Lozek, and Yanez. Now with Lozek, and in fact that All-Star Rare Pro team, I now don't have the specialist, because Butez was going to be the goalkeeper. He opens like, if you have a large selection of Asian cards in your gallery, you just took a massive hit today. That, in my opinion, is just not true at all. Yeah, I don't think that is true at all. What's up, Bronze World? How you doing, man? But what utility have you lost, Scooney, if you have a large selection of Asian cards in your gallery? What utility have you lost? So I basically don't have anyone here. So what I was thinking of doing was like reforming, just deleting this team and using these guys elsewhere. How come Butez have a pen conceded, clean sheet, and no pen saved? I'll give you a minute, Jamie. I'll give you a minute. Have you figured it out yet? How he could have conceded a penalty, kept a clean sheet, but not conceded a goal. I'll tell you how. He didn't save the penalty. The penalty was just missed. Like, put wide of the goal, so he didn't technically save it. Oh, Jansen did end up scoring again. He's a good option for a striker, isn't he? Fair play. Percentage of reduced utility is tiny. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I also think it's just generally better. I guarantee you the trade-off of what little utility you'll lose on the Asians will be improved massively by the knowledge that you'll gain for Friday, Saturday, Sunday teams 4 hours later. Do you know what, Vipes? I'm probably not. It's just been one of those days. We'll do it for tomorrow, I reckon. We'll just leave it for today. But the thing is, Channy, who's missing out on 2 to 3 game weeks if they've got a massive Asian gallery? He said you lose 25% of the region's utility. Yeah, that is bollocks. That isn't true. As I'll drag up the fixture list again. Now this is just K League, granted. This doesn't take into consideration all of the other leagues so far. They shouldn't miss out on anything, to be honest. But they already did. Sjodrako, right? There was already double game weeks. Look, I'll take you to my main man, Schultz. And look, we'll have a look. How many doubles did he have last game week? Last year, last season. So he had 2 in 298. I was lucky because he's got the better score in the first one. He had 2. Oh no, that's 266 and 268. There it was. He had 2 in 262, and I missed out massively here because the first game he only got 51 points. The second game he got 100 points. Right? And then he also had 2 in another game week. No, he missed out. But also, let's look at midweeks instead of weekends. Every odd number from this point behind is a midweek. So how many midweeks did he have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's like, how is that different to what it is now? That's Asian Champions League. Yeah, they might even lose the rights to the K-League, exactly. And at which point they don't care about the K-League, just like they don't care about like the scoring of other leagues. But even like, let's look at Davidson. How many times did Wuhan have double game weeks? Or miss out on game weeks? Yeah, didn't I miss out on one game week? Yeah, whatever this is, missed out on that score, though not really like that fast, to be fair. I'm sure Davidson had a double game week. There it is. Game week 276. There was a double game week there against Hebei and against Guangzhou. And the way it scores right now, you would have missed out on about 16, 17 points because of it. It's not ideal. I absolutely understand that. It's massively out of proportion. Yeah, it is. What's the change exactly? So they've changed when the game week locks, right? So this upcoming game week is going to lock at 11 a.m. UK time. They're going to change that so it doesn't lock at 11 a.m. anymore. It locks at 4 p.m. And whilst that will mean that some Asian games are now in the midweek instead of on the weekend, which hurts a little bit people's utility, and what it also does is include now a couple of extra double game weeks where only one score will be scored. It's overall better for the platform. I can't tell you how many times the game week has locked at 11 a.m., sorry, and the first game isn't played until like 6 p.m. And then I found out some news at 11:30, 12, 1, 2 o'clock that I could have helped my team and helped my lineups that I can't change now. It's going to be an overall net W for everybody. Friday early Asian matches come back to midweek and the first game counts for them. Yeah, correct. Well, I definitely wouldn't say everybody. Of course it helps everybody. Who doesn't it help? If you're doing the Bundesliga draft and you get Nagelsmann giving you some information about Bayern's lineup at 2 o'clock on Friday afternoon, you can influence your draft based on that. If you know for whatever reason someone's not going to play or someone is going to play, it helps you massively. K-League card owners. Yeah, well, K-League card owners are still going to be entering into the draft tournaments, right? Which means it also helps them massively. What happens with the opening of the game week 3-4-5? They will start at 3 CET. Why is that? What is 3 at 3-4-5? No, I mean, like, the assumption would be that Kasım-Pasa will be in will be actually part of game week 3-4-4. Which doesn't really influence much because there's not many games there. It doesn't count as, it's not a double game week anymore. Yeah, but Chan, if you play rare or super rare, you're honestly nonplussed about some game weeks now becoming midweek games and some game weeks being double games because those things already happened. This isn't like it's something that is like brand new. It's like, oh my God, how do we deal with this new happenings, right? Already double game weeks happened. Already midweek games happened. In fact, I would argue that generally speaking, you don't mind getting more games in midweek. And yeah, like at the very least for the K League, let me get that spreadsheet up again. At the very least for the K League, the first change, the first time where it influences anyone negatively isn't until the 25th of April. And then the next time of that is the 5th of May. That gives you the best part of 4 months to organize your gallery for that. That is more than reasonable. I say PSU's idea, the best way to go about it. Once Europe games are done, switch deadline mode to Asia friendly. Yeah, that sounds absolutely fine, yeah. What is going to happen to all of our common cards? I have a bunch, so the advantage... So have an advantage, and now everyone will be on equal footing, and my commons will be useless. Yeah, correct. Deco goal for my golden oldie team. Well, it doesn't count. The cup games don't count on Sorare, unfortunately. That's so sad that that game got cancelled, man. Maybe it gets played tomorrow instead. Is there a possibility for that? If that game gets moved to tomorrow, we could be in. It was stupid that the entry-level part of the game was weighted so heavy to people who'd been on the platform for a long time. Yeah, it was. It really was. Smithaki, thanks for the prime, baby. Much appreciated, bro. Right, let me get my head around my lineups. I forgot that I also needed an unders goalkeeper or an unders midfielder or attacker or defender. Because I could ultimately throw Dmitrievsky in here, although I want to sell him. So this lineup's going to be dead. So I want to actually just do something with these players. It does mean that I might actually be able to improve the underdog team. Same as FIFA, though. Play for longer. You have more coins players. Yeah, but I mean, that will come, though, George, right, with the new mode. What they couldn't do with the new mode, basically... I actually think they misworded it because they're not in essence like what they're actually doing is giving more ways for people to win as free-to-play users. But to do that, they had to cut the commons off where they are because they serve no purpose. You were right about Westerlo being on good form. Yeah, they're a good team at the moment. I think it was more the Sorare tweet, which two people twist off about, which he is indeed deleted now. What did he say, Josh? I didn't see it. Yeah, see, I might put Malquit in here now. Have I got another forward now? Oh, I can put Hlozek in here. Much better than Otero. Although Otero's got a decent matchup. And then we've got Thomas Partey that stays. That's actually that's a better lineup, a much better lineup. Because all of these players that I had in there in the first place were just trash. Apart from Otero, but even him, he like gets a decisive every now and then. I think the problem is some Asian games will be midweek while there's no other Asian games. Yeah, and like I understand that, right? But there was also like Chinese games were midweek when actually they were on Friday, but because of the way the lock was, they're in midweek. I don't think it's that big of a deal personally. How come you have listed Goria and Gignac? It's a new me, Channy, right? Basically, what I've done is I bought them and I've listed everything. Everything that I buy, I just list again, right? So I picked him up for £518, which was the last positive sale. I might be the cheapest on the market right now. No, there's one at £5.99. If somebody, if it gets to a point where somebody buys this, I'd be happy with the profit, and I could just reinvest in somebody else that I find as a good option. I'd take them off the market right before the game week looks. No, because I'd be happy with the profit. If the, you know, unless it's like 10 seconds to 11 o'clock, then I'm in trouble. But otherwise, I'd take the profit. I'll just put somebody else in the place. Lazy buys thing on Sorare as well. Oh yeah. Basically, that the European cards are more important to them because that's what draws in the new users. So yeah, that's basically why I did that, Channy. Like, and it's served well so far because I've actually been selling cards, which is nice. My gallery, like the movement on my gallery. Look, let me show you this. Look, 1 hour, 5 hours, 8 hours, 22 hours, 2 days, 2 days, 2 days, 2 days. Loads of trades, loads of stuff happening. 3 days, 4 days. Prior to that, we might have a little bit here and there, which is mostly rewards. But prior to that, when it wants to load, prior to like 7 days ago, look, it's barely ever. It was like one in a 6-day period, and that was me picking up a Drissig 8. And even prior to that, it's just even less. I just have to be more active on the account. And since I've been more active on the account, I've brought in good player in Bruno Perez, absolute quality in Gignac, absolutely quality in Richie and Barini, good option in Apaya, might be a bit of a punny one, but absolute quality in Guerrerian. Made some great trades on Ozdemir, which I couldn't have done if I didn't have the ETH from selling Cengiz and Dare, right? It's just like that. It's weird how they made a big deal about Commons carrying over from Global Cup and they're getting rid of them a month later. Yeah, that is a bit strange. Yeah, if you're a free-to-play user, if you've got 100, like look at my gallery, right? Please be somebody offering for Dmitrievsky. Ooh, Salva Sevilla. Sold for 115 on public offer. I think I might just be taking that. If I don't get out of him soon, I'm never going to get out of him. He's probably going to go and score 100 points next game. But I'm going to take that. I want the ETH and I want to get out of these like average misfit players. Yeah, if you have, like I have, right? I'll show you how many commons I have. I have 172 commons. Do you know what I can do with those commons? How many can I play per week? A maximum for me, because of the account I have, is 5. What's the point? Well, and I liked the point up until the point where I like the point until the point of the fact that I don't have anyone that's going to play here. Bilal might play, right? This is already a punty team anyway, so let me put the extra as a rare. Izzo, Bottajin, Jedson. I've got to do something better with Izzo, Bottajin, and Jedson. So in simple terms, right? Let me just hold on. Give me a second. Let me log in to my other account, right? And I'll tell you why what they've done is actually an incredible update. Right. This is my free-to-play account. At the moment, I mean, even now I have like quite a lot of commons, right? I have 71 commons. The only thing I can really do with those 71 commons is play casual and kickoff limited, right? Now, instead of having those commons, which I don't need anymore, I'm able to play Bundesliga and La Liga draft and Academy, yeah. But you can't play Academy and kickoff at the same time, right? Now I'm going to be able to play La Liga, Bundesliga, French League, wait, what's the other league? Syria, and when it comes, the MLS, and probably the Prem when it comes. I'm now going to have 6 options to enter into a free-to-play tournament to win limited cards without needing a limited, opposed to 2 options, which one of them required a limited card. So even if you have a bank of loads and loads and loads of commons, I beg your pardon, this is still just way better. Way better. We don't know yet at the moment if drafts lock, how they lock, or how the system works. We have to wait to game week 341 for that. There's a bug with the drafted commons. Pick Verts, Royce, etc. and use them in kickoff limited this game week. Yeah, you could actually, couldn't you? Because they're all 15 under 55. And we saw last week you can actually use them in kickoff. Let me do that. Let me get a... I'll still take player. And then I need someone who's mad cheap. I think 35 is the lowest now, isn't it? Does Uth still play? Selke plays, right? And then we'll take Wirtz. And I'd still take Kimmich for the actual draft. Uth is hurt at the moment. And then would take... Who's the other OP one? Take Allaire, mate. He is low. Also Wirtz. Yeah, Allaire's not expected to start this weekend, but Wirtz is. I mean, I could take Allaire out of this, like, just a striker spot anyway, can't I? Yeah. But he's not expected to start this week. And then in defence, do we know what L1555 takes us to? I want Upamecano. I guess is Roussillon expected to play? Oh, Butter's not bad either, is he? $55, L15. 55 is L15 under 55. Is that right? Klosterman, he starts, doesn't he? Is he expected to start? And then goalkeeper. I mean, we're going to take Sommer. That leaves me with 50 points. I'm going to take Kobel, right? Tell you why I've done this. Sommer goes in there, as does Upamecano, as does Joshua Kimmich, as does Alassane Player, and probably Klosterman. No, probably Allaire on this one, because I don't really care about this. So if Allaire only just gets some minutes, that's going to be good enough. Then what I can do is change my kickoff limited, and I can now use Kobel in goal, although Livakovic has got a mad matchup, to be fair. So Sommer will play, Sommer will start. In defence, damn, I almost want to... Oh, I've got this guy. He's my defender. Kitsu. Damn, I actually just don't have anyone half decent here. Who did I just pick up that was like in that, under that cap? Wirtz. Oh yeah, Wirtz is like fully down at the DMP, isn't he? So put Wirtz in there. It's only Wirtz that I've kind of like got as an extra, but that all of a sudden is a better kickoff. All of a sudden, that lineup is good potential. How you know someone will play, only signed today. Julian Nagelsmann already stated that so long as they can get his paperwork done tonight, he'll travel with the team tomorrow and start on Friday. Valencia for Misajan. I just don't know if Valencia's starting. My brain's gone. I still can't even see. You want to see some pain this week? Look at Mirage game week. That's why full stacks don't work. Go to more. Yeah, Alaire's not likely to start. Sorare Data is having a nightmare again tonight. I think it'll be too soon for Sommer. I think Ulreich will start. As I said, first of all, Julian Nagelsmann literally said, so long as they can get the paperwork for Sommer finished off today, he will travel with the team tomorrow and will play on Friday. So what did he do? He went for a Celtic stack. Cameron Carter-Vickers out. Yeah. Went for another Celtic stack. Cameron Carter-Vickers out. Yeah. Went for another Celtic stack. Cameron Carter-Vickers out. Went for another Celtic stack. Cameron Carter-Vickers is out. Went for a Celtic stack. Bernabei is out. Went for Specialist Rare. And Kuzmans is on... yeah, Maeda as a sub. And that is exactly why... Look at that. Bernabei and... Well, Alvarez still to play. I don't know if he'll play for City, mind you. And then Aaron Moy sub. And then Bernabei out again. And James Forrest is a sub. It proves exactly why stacks don't work. But it's also really unlucky. Because if he just didn't pick Cameron Carter-Vickers in all four of these lineups, it'd be all right. That's less about stacking and more about not having the same player. Yeah, precisely, yeah. Yeah, so I'm looking right now. Who have I got available? These are the players that I've got available right now. I need to just put them into some lineups. Actual decent players, of course. Players that will play. Otogen is the last one. So I've got these guys are available now. Burkhart probably won't play. Idrissa Gueye I don't really care about. Let me put these up alongside myself so I can see what I've got going on. Probably the biggest players that I've got is Izzo and Jedson. I don't want Izzo or Jedson in here over what we've got here. This is already great. I need to get an under 23s defender. Botagen and Posh don't fit the bill. In All-Star Rare Pro, could put Jedson in here over David Neres. Yeah, I might go for Bayer for Burnley, but they got a tough game, you see. Maston's probably a better shout, but Jedson Fernandez over David Neres, and just knowing that David Neres is only like to get 45 minutes, whereas Jedson's like to get 90 is probably better here, isn't it? I think that's what we'll do. We'll even captain Jedson Fernandez as well. That all of a sudden is like a much stronger lineup. It's still not like an insane lineup or anything, but it's a much stronger lineup. Challenger Europe. I am going to be putting Guerrero. No, not Guerrero. I'm going to be putting Bakasetas in here. For the meantime, though. For the meantime and in between time. Another club banger. Let me just put Neres in here, just in case something goes wrong, and Neres will at least get 45 minutes there. I think there's a massive advantage in choosing players from clubs that didn't qualify for Europe. Smaller squad, higher chances your players get to start every game week. Yeah, definitely potential. Underdog have already changed around. None of those guys fit into Underdog. All-Star Super Rare. Oh, we could definitely now put in. Yes. That's going to be a bit of an upgrade, that. We could take out a Milton. And assuming Bilal starts, which isn't guaranteed. Where is... Oh, hold on, it's in used, isn't it? We can play Izzo in here. All of a sudden, Brawl's Trusty and Izzo. That's a very punty team. But it has some legs there. That does still leave me... Oh, I've already got All-Star Rare Pro, which is a problem. Maybe I could play Champ Europe Rare Pro. Challenger Europe Rare Pro. I might be able to play Challenger Europe Rare Pro with a better lineup than the All-Star Rare team. Challenger Europe Pro. Would have to put Bilal in. That's not ideal in case he doesn't start. We also just don't have... see, these are second division players, aren't they? Now, I've already got second division Europe team in. I've got the Genoa stack, Callejon and Danny Raba. Probably would prefer to put Botagen in instead of not Callejon on this one, instead of Danny Raba, I think. Honestly, I feel like Sorare just changed the common concept because of FPL and trying to compete with them. Smart move business-wise. It's sad for the people that grinded and collected the common cards, which will now disappear. So first, like, you are right, Paul, it is to compete with FPL. First of all, the common cards won't disappear. You'll still have them. They just won't have utility. Second of all, this is not sad news for people that have loads and loads and loads of common cards. This is an overall net win. Right? This is like people playing with bronze players in FIFA. And then EA saying, hey guys, those bronze players are no longer going to be eligible, but here's loads of silver players for you. And then everyone's going, whoa, but I love my bronzes, man. No. Chenkonen is 8% to start. Yeah, but with all due respect, that expert has been proven to not really know what he's talking about. I am wondering if Otejin is just better in here. I think he is. We're going to put Calais in. What's Danny Roberts' L15? 52. Doesn't matter. I'm going to go Bottajin anyway. Watch Josep Martinez not get started now. Just a little bit like... This team is just legit. This team just needs the under-23 defender. That's fine. This team is just a throwaway. Doesn't work anyway. This team is actually quite legit. Even if Maleka only gets minutes, this is quite good. This team's pretty legit. And I'm trying to sell Dmitrievski, so I don't want to start him in here. Severa's also got a very good matchup. This team is legit. Potentially want to get Bakasetas in here. Yeah, I mean, I've been playing Sorare for God knows how long as well, right? And I've finished in the top 100 one time with the commons. Now everyone will have the same options. Yeah, but having the same options, it's that great old saying, right? You have equal opportunity, but not equal outcome, right? Because your decisions and the luck within the games will differentiate people. And so your understanding of how football works and how football plays is what will separate people from each other. And then this lineup's also pretty legit, pending Martinez starting. So maybe I just preemptively take out Martinez just in case, until we get like Serie B confirmation. Yeah, exactly. If what that person was saying is the way it would be, everyone would just have the same points on FPL because everyone has the same chance. My last message, don't hold me to it. Martinez will hopefully start from now on. Apparently, when Semper was ill, they got a new coach and he likes Martinez. Ah, brilliant. I'm gonna hold you on that. So that leaves me with this outfit as like best possibles. There's a training. This is like best possible. So I'm trying to sell Dmitrievski, not going to counter him. Yanez has got a decent matchup against Burgos, who just struggled to score. Soriano's also got a decent matchup, but that league in general is just low scoring. Stefan Posch plays. Idrissa Gueye, Toonstra, all of these guys I don't care about. Toonstra's injured. He might be back for the game week, to be fair. I'm going to have to wait on the Twente Utrecht lineups. Danny Raba and Fernie Otero will play, but they are serial bottle jobs. Burkhart probably won't. And then Daily Blind is almost definitely going to start on the bench for Bayern. Luperto I'm trying to sell. Gonzalez I'm trying to sell. Karawani suspended. Wrench is suspended. Apparently I've got more players than I knew there. Son I don't care about. Brian Reynolds is injured. So these are like the 5 that I'm not playing, basically. Delusion Gay for Supos, that's a decent price. He just doesn't actually score very well. Yeah, 237 is not bad for a Premier League midfielder, but he just doesn't score very well. He gets way too many, like, down here's and no end. Like, you know, the fact that he's almost never gets above 70 is just a bit of a problem, especially with the new content coming up. Do you know what I mean? Like, no longer, like, the capped modes are going to be like heaven for some people. I'm interested for it a lot. No goals in the early kickoffs yet. Zultai Vagarem. So yeah, so that means, so first thing I need to do is find an under 23s defender. Leeds 1-0. Who are Leeds playing? That cup game. Zulte 1-0. Zulte Waragem. Christian Brawls with the goal. Rudy Vaughan with the assist. Bast with the... Was that an own goal? No, it's an error that led to the goal. Garno with the goal. God damn it. Who got the assist? Who got the assist? It's important. Right, what we've got as options. Player status starter. I used to have Seko. Bought him around this area here. Then he was wank, so I sold him. Isn't Teze a good player? Is he injured or something? Or has he been injured? He has just been injured, hasn't he? Oh no, he got some bench appearances there. Wait, oh look. Who assist? Idera assist. Oh damn it. If Teze is expected to start, I'm also wanting to get Bakasetas. Just stay away, Channy, man. He's mine. Jordan Bayer really isn't a bad option, especially now with Taylor Hall with Bellis out. He's going to be there for a while. But Burnley have got a tough matchup against West Brom. Dishley Hartman. What a name. They have fullback for Feyenoord, but was benched against Utrecht. And then they have Ajax, so I'm not interested in that. He plays at fullback. He gets decent AA. They're up against Slaven. What did he last do against Slaven? Didn't play. He's definitely like a hit and miss type guy, but he is under 23. Patrice is on good form. Is he like a starter, like a guaranteed starter? Istra aren't a brilliant team. I don't think anyone in the league really is a brilliant team, are they? The Louvain defenders are on fire. Somebody up there. FPL is more of a fun thing with friends. No money or rewards involved. Sorare is very competitive with a lot of money involved for some. Yeah, but we're talking about the free-to-play side of things, Paul, though, right? So what difference does it make? So it's weird for me that they want the FPL route because now it becomes competitive and more compete with your friends thing. I think you just got a bad take on it, honestly. Hey, Joe, thanks for the primer, baby. Got subtitles a bit short. They have to be overlapping the Hullet card. It looks so stunning. You can move subtitles. I don't know what program you use to put them on there. But ultimately, I would like them, yeah. But this guy's price is already skyrocketing. But, I mean, Jesus Christ, those scores. They got a tough game in 339, though. They have got a couple of good games after that, mind you. Westerlo, he did sick. I mean, he got a goal and an assist in that game. Yeah, see, against Bruges, he didn't do very well. It's more competitive because everyone has the ability to pick from the same pool of players, no? And on FPL, you don't have the ability to pick from the same pool of players? FPL is so bad compared to So Rare. It's not even the same league. It's not, Channy. Anyone that plays So Rare 1 week instead of FPL will just be a So Rare user after that. Like, you just won't go back to FPL. It's more competitive with the drafts than the way common is now. I 100% disagree. Because although PSG aren't playing this game week, normally you're just going to have everyone throwing in PSG stacks in common with 10% XP, whereas you've got whatever you've got with not 10% XP. I'm afraid this new draft system will be a haven for multi-accounting. It doesn't really bother the company as it shows growth. Yeah, there's definitely that. I think he's agreeing with you. Is he? It's more competitive with the drafts than the way common is now. I don't know if he is. Saying it's more competitive rather than the ability to compete. Oh, yeah, yeah, agreed, yeah. As in you can actually do something. Yeah, I get you. This guy's not a bad option, although not the best matchup. Teze's got a good matchup. Is he projected to start? Because if Teze's projected to start, I think he might be my guy. Do we have Eredivisie out here yet? No, we don't. Got Croatia out here so far, though. Oh, Serie B's here. Genoa's there. Expected. Josep Martinez. Strootman. Crescito. Come on, pals. Come on. Eze will probably start next game, but be a doubt in the long run. Buyer, I don't really want to buy because 350 is a big part of a budget when I'm looking to try and pick up Basaheketas. Like, what I'd rather do is put the team that I've got as under 23 into under 23 Rare Pro and just put Austin Trusty in there. I'd rather just, yeah, literally just rather play one Super Rare like that. Arrow Jr. will likely take Teze's spot, so check when he comes back. I think Sorare Date is having a nightmare again. Barda 1-0 Celtic. Go for Foremost Mendy. Hold on, that Marrow Jr. is about to load. Unknown. Yeah, look at his scores were mad, weren't they? Jesus Christ. What happened to him? What injury did he get? Yeah, he's a good option. Piate. Didn't he come from the Belgian league last year? Yeah, he did. Nah, he's not good enough. Kai Bouet. Do you know what? I was looking at him the other day. His price is a bit high. Looking at what I looked at before, the things I didn't like was the DNP, which I think was yellow card suspension. It was. Yeah, his scores are pretty legit. They've got Grenoble next. Oh, of course, Reich have conceded against Sorare. God damn it. He's a midfielder. Oh, he is a midfielder. He does play defense, but he is a midfielder. Marston is the same as Bayer. Like, I wouldn't mind him, but first of all, tough matchup for West Brom. For Burnley against West Brom, and also his price is like quite high. I want to be spending like I think my priority is Baka Sehetas in here instead of David Neres. Of course, Neres is 15, 52. Gusto, isn't he? I think he's just got injured, Gusto. Oh no, he's alright. No, he's expensive as well, though. Trab's got a great fixture. In fact, have they got a... They got an under 23 defender. Please. They got Marley. That's who I'm going for. Unless he was playing... No, he was playing left back. He wasn't Bruno's side. He's 90% to start. Yeah, he could be... Let's see who's got an Amali card. Now his price hasn't changed too much over the last little while, but the fact that he was 121 is now 150. Let me like put in a 125 offer, because that's like fair, isn't it? But I might try and trade some like crap. I was hoping like Pavel or something would have one. Let's see if Pavel does have one. Buyer. Pavel, oh, this guy bought it off him, Pavel, yeah, a day ago. Oh, he bought another one there and sold it. He might have one. Hold on, let me check Pavel's. El Marley. Ah, he's got his common. Trabzon fans do not like the El Marley kid. His good scores, but shaky. He gets 90 minutes a game, though. And he has done since they signed him from Carson Passer. You had him as a reward, did you, Channy? Yeah? Did you sell him? No, yeah, 157 quid. That's legit. Sold it immediately after reading into him. But when did you sell him? So you sold him 3 months ago. His scores in that 3 months have been pretty all right. Obviously, like, he's had a couple of stinkers in there, and Trabs are just in general playing a bit bad, aren't they? But you see, Basak missed a pen in the cup. And Yaziki took the second and scored. Oh, did he? I wonder if he's... I don't think he's expected to play Yasaja. I mean, he's not even on any projections at all. I have, Henny, yeah. Joe Lewis is a prime example of the benefits of holding the second goalkeeper. I was offered him as a reward in a trade the other day. And I said no to it because he was a DNP 35-year-old goalkeeper. So I was like, I don't care if he's worth 40 quid. I'm not having him. He scored 2 in the game. Or somebody... Wait, Channy, did you already buy him? No, nobody will. It must have expired. That's too bad. See, the fact that he's expired with nobody buying him at that 1,105... Just somebody list him up at like a reasonable price again. Or just accept my bloody offer. Like, I think this Mr. Larry Vert... I offered him... Dmitrievski... and £440 of ETH. That is way more. Like, that is genuinely a good trade. Last sales for Dmitrievski, £715. Like that's honestly, that's a good trade. Yeah, but the problem with the people that have trade in their name is they want just ridiculous prices. They just like extort you. Trade 110% or reject. See, now if that's 110%, I mean, that's more than 110% anyway there. Offer through ETH, please. Inter Milan du Spectacle. Let me see what this guy's account is saying. $12 ETH gallery. You bought it for 540 quid. Maybe you would take something a little less. We can only offer, can't we? I'll tell you what, I'm going to offer him Dmitrievski. And we'll start with like 350 quid. Ords, thanks for the 8 months, man. I still need to get this this defender though. Bossett on that 39.7. Bossett in it. Kilmarnock being Rangers. Go on, lads. Annoying part is no one seems to counter offer either, even though the feature. Yeah, they just like, nope. or when they do counter offer, they offer like the dumbest stuff. Like I had a few people. What did this one guy want? But some guy wanted Dmitrievski for Carranza and 0.2 ETH, which is crazy. I don't know if you can see counters, can you? It doesn't show the counters. I sell that Ruben Yanez in the end. I still got him. I've still got him. Halland's to Girona not done yet, but speculation it could be by Friday. Yeah, which is interesting. I think it's bad for his price, mind you. I like this guy. I actually just want this guy. Did I offer for him? I know Channy doesn't like him. But God damn, Channy's wrong so many times. Look at Taylor Harler-Bellis, man. He buys him, he gets injured for like 7 years. I'm joking. I'm joking, Channy. I'm joking, man. For the price that he's at, did I already put an offer in? Yeah, I did. For the price that he's at, I'm willing to take that punt to have him in some lineups as a backup. Yeah, I can't remember who it was. But somebody offered me something dumb. It might have been this Blue Crash guy, actually, when I was trying to get Perez. I offered that last night. I thought this guy was going to accept, I can't lie. But Severa, Dmitrievsky, and Samith for Taremi. Didn't get him. But yeah, I really want, for this upcoming game week, I really want Bakasetas. You know? I'm now looking forward to 3-4-1 as well for these new changes. Like, I'm mad excited about it. Is this a crypto game? Like, yes and no. All right. Yeah, we'll have a chat in the morning. There's a few bits and bobs that were missed out there. Otherwise, perfect. New changes 4-4-1 or 4-4-2. Yeah, 3-4-1 they are. Yeah, people in general just want like the craziest. He rejected the offer. What about? So obviously I want that 8.5% really, don't I? What about Dmitrievsky? Who's the other goalkeeper that I don't have in a lineup? I can't remember. What about Dmitrievsky and like Muleka? Reaches in the mod. Do you still stream FIFA? I do in general, my friend, but not today. There's Yanez. Now, Dmitrievsky and Yanez together are a decent amount. Did I put Yanez into a lineup? If I did, it doesn't matter. I've got another goalkeeper anyway. No, it's Severa that I put into the lineup. Yeah, so Martinez coming back has saved me. Let me offer like Yanez, Dimitri, and like 100 quid or something. Which I actually think is, again, I think just the two players alone is quite good. And then a cheeky little buffer. But that is probably an actual, like, that's probably like a really good offer for him. Like a really good offer. Yeah, well, not in terms of what he's got him listed up at, but in terms of total value, I'm offering him 1.285, and there's one up on sale for 1.1 like 86. So that's £100 overprice. If I was him, I'd be accepting that. Yeah, I think that is a good offer. Also, it's not like the goalkeepers I'm sending, like, they're both starters, and they're both reasonably aged. It's not like they're like 33, 34, 35-year-olds. Yeah, two rare goalkeepers as well. Got me into Sorare Nep, enjoying it. Put £20 into my account. Bought Mitchell. Off to watch him Saturday now too. Oh, GG's, mate. Let's see. Let's see what he says. Anderlecht 1-1. Kortrijk 2-1 against Seraying now. Although, doesn't really matter because Vandenberg already conceded. Bossut just, Bossut lost the clean sheet. Hearts 2-0 already, but McKay with nothing. An own goal from Shinny. Anderlecht have scored. Alice 0, Man United 0. Beghorst, nothing yet. Bruno Fernandes doing good. 2 tackles, 2 duels, 1. No charge for you, but leads 2-0. Against Cardiff, nice. One thing that I noticed whilst looking at all the teams and stuff in the Copa del Rey and stuff like that is all the Spanish second teams just put out their second teams. They literally put out their like deadbeat teams. It's almost like they wanted to go out of the cup. Martinez absolutely demolished with an elbow. Is it going to be a red card? Rahman again for Anderlecht. Marco and Dzeko. Remember when I was offered that super rare DeMarco? I was offered super rare DeMarco and one of the guys that doesn't really get much game time. Leeds 3-0. They're definitely up against fairly weak Cardiff though, aren't they? I was offered Super S Simican for my Super Red Delacroix back then. Worst decision not to take it. Yeah, I feel that, Channy. I mean, I've had some offers just recently that I should have taken. The first one was that guy last night that you was here for, or the other night. I don't even know where that's going to be. But for the Callens, now that he's like looking to go to Girona as well, I don't know if that's going to be good or bad, man. But yeah, I was offered. I was offered some stuff. I can't. Yeah, Jurian Timber for Brit. Nah, that was bad. Yo, I'm going back way loads. I'm never going to be able to find it, but that guy's rejected my offer. But damn. Celtic 2-0, Kyogo. Atate with the assist, baby. Let's go. Callan's limited, dropped over 50%. Darlan did terrible. Tressor did terrible. He's already lost his clean sheet. There's like a glimmer of hope here, although Bossa has lost his clean sheet as well, which was half expected. I've got no chance of anything, really, have I? I'm kidding myself. Yeah, this weekend's going to be mad. This weekend's going to be real big. I need to get Bakasetas. Why is it always so weird to say his name? I wonder if I offer that Larry Vert the same deal. It's only 3.5% on him. One Rangers. Who was it? Dmitrievsky and Yanez. And 100 quid. Let's see. You've got a rare kickoff team worth under 80 quid. GG's, mate. Wish these guys would just counter back with ETH if that's all they want. Yeah. What's my club's value? 45 ETH at the moment. And once again, we've been improving. I've been taking some L's on some players for the greater good. That Rio assist, was it good? Yeah. I'm 88 points away from a reward. So yeah, basically screwed. DNP. Tresor didn't start. What's up, Jenica? How you doing, man? Only 37 rewards in rare kickoff this week. It's in common, isn't it? Where do you even see rare kickoff? Oh. Only one rare card. Yeah, one rare, 4 limiteds. Starfeld's really becoming an SO5 cheat code too. He hasn't even got a tackle yet. 3 interceptions, 2 net duels, a shot on target. He is in general, yeah. Was that a big injury for him, or was he just out of the team? No, it's a big injury. You got two? Yeah, I got way too many rares. Like, and of all this new stuff that's coming, let me get the stuff up. I've just looked at Sorare, like my Sorare timeline again, and there's so many people unhappy with this common change. Do people genuinely not realize that this benefits free-to-play players so much? So what I understand is there's literally, so here, 5 common cards to enter into competition amateur. League-specific only players. That's fine. And I'll take you through, guys, where I've got a little confusion with something. I don't understand it. 5 common cards, league-specific players. That's going to be the Bundesliga draft, Serie A draft, etc. You then go into the semi-pro version, which is exactly the same, just a semi-pro version. Now, first question I have is, once you're into the semi-pro version, are you still allowed to enter into the amateur version? Right? I'll tell you why not, because it feels like wasted time. So what would you rather, 69TW? They just kept it the same as it is? Is that what you'd rather? You'd rather you didn't have more options to win? You'd rather you had that one opportunity to win and they just kept it the same? I'm genuinely curious what you would prefer. If I literally gave you the option, if like you was in control, I'm telling you their thought. But what person would rather the way it was than the way it's going to be? Even with, you know, quote unquote wasted time. So yeah, first thing I don't understand is, I understand how this works. You draft your 5 commons, you win a limited, you then draft 4 commons, add in your limited, you get the captain bonus on your limited, you try to win more limiteds, and then into pro competition 270. That you need 4 limiteds and 1 common. Now, is that common going to be drafted? Or do you have to have that common? If you have to have that common, where does it come from? Does it come from the drafts that you have in the competition amateur? It's the common from the drafts. So the draft that you do for the competition amateur, you have to use those commons throughout all of it? Or do you get to draft 1 common for competition 270? And if you can only draft 8 commons, that means you can't physically play in all of the competitions. You could potentially play in common in semi-pro and pro together. No, I understand they're league specific. Just like kickoff, it prevents you entering academy. Can you skip amateur and just buy 1 limited from each league now? Probably, yeah. So that's my first like curiosity. So first of all, can you play these tournaments and the other tournaments together? Or if you play in the other tournaments, are you banned from these tournaments? There are 2 drafts now. Maybe you need to use 1 league in amateur, 1 league in semi-pro, whichever suits you most. Oh, interesting. Yeah. Or is there going to be, because there's going to be 5 leagues for amateur, right? 6 if Prem comes, but there's going to be MLS and then the top 4 leagues, not including Premier League. So with that in mind, is there also going to be the same opportunity for competition semi-pro? Is there going to be 5 more drafts in? Yeah, so 5 in semi-pro 2, and then is there going to be 5 in Pro 272? So that was my first confusion, right? That was my first confusion. Like, where does this common come from in Pro 270? I don't know. It works. If this works like the academies, then you just get put up into the next tier. So you think that you'll get put into the next tier when you win a reward from the first tier, and then that's what you're drafting into. But then you would need to win the semi-pro 3 more times before you could move up. Yeah, and the common where. Yeah, so I'll get there in a second. 69, right? So you don't have a common. Yeah, I'll get there in a second. So that was my first confusion. Then we've got this. Now this isn't a draft. This is cap 220, 4 limited, 1 common. Where does the common come from? It wouldn't make sense for me to have to go and draft a common in a game mode that I might not even be able to enter. Because if they lock you out of this game mode, right? If you're locked out of this, if you've entered into somewhere else, you can't get any commons. Obviously, if you're not locked out, you can. So here, where do you get the common from for cap 220? And then once again, if you enter into cap 240, can you also play cap 220? And the same with like cap 270. If I play cap 270, can I also play cap 240? They made this way too complicated for the user base to try and target the suit. Yeah, they have, yeah. So you can play them all together, can you, Channy? So, Channy, where do you get this common from? You can enter all capped. And what about the what about these? Can you enter all of these as well? So if me with the gallery size that I have, am I eligible for all of these events? I would love it if I was. Cap 220 common. You have any commons, right? No, but the commons that you have now, you won't be able to use. They're going to be ineligible. I actually don't know where you get all the commons from. It would make some sort of reasonable sense that here you draft your commons, here you draft 4 commons, and here you draft 1 common. Yeah, I'll make some content around this when we get answers. And then what's really frustrating about this is not being able to play with kickoff because I've got a gallery too big. That's quite annoying. Cap 220, you get all the players in the game to choose because you can't keep playing with the same player. You need to change it every other week. You get all the players in the game to choose. Where did you see that, 69? That sounds interesting. That sounds like what you just like, and it comes through as an L15 of the player rather than as some like diamond point things. Shanklin with a goal and an assist so far. I should have picked him up, shouldn't I? Would have been good. I didn't though. Because he was a decisive heavy player, I decided against it. How's Hart scored 4 goals and McKay's got nothing going on? Yeah, I looked at Shankland and I said, nope, he's decisive only. And it's true, he is decisive only again. But goddamn, he gets a lot of decisives, doesn't he? has to be, or else it makes no sense where the commons come from. Yeah, it does make no sense, because how are you going to get, like, capped? How are you going to get uncapped, like, different commons, you know? Yeah. You can't ask me to have a draft based on league and league-specific player just to be able to play 220 capped. What's your kickoff super rare team? I can't enter it, Channy. I've got too many super rares to enter into kickoff. You have to have a maximum of 10, and I've got like 21 or something. So I like the fact, first of all, that you can play in all the capped modes, because I will be playing in all of the capped modes. Read step 1 in the notes that they put out. Step 1, draft-based onboarding amateur competition. We're launching a draft-based onboarding experience with common cards within a new league-specific amateur competition, followed by semi-pro and pro competitions. Data and community feedback show that Sorare managers love the opportunity to compete on an even playing field, so we are implementing that philosophy, blah, 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 blah. Managers select 8 players within a 400-point cap. A player's last 15 determines their points value. Yeah, I know that, though. There's a maximum 2 players from the same club. And then at the beginning of each new season, a manager's 8 common cards will reset as they begin a new draft. Right, that's fine. What that doesn't explain is how I get common cards for all of those events. This is only for... This drafting thing is only for this. And even that doesn't explain what I have for these commons and what I have for Pro 270. 8's not enough for all of them, no. Like, because you need, 10 altogether. Not 9 as a bare minimum, 10 as a maximum. So 8's just not enough in the first place. So super rare 240 and 270 would get podium unique cards, yes. And super rare cards as well. So that was the first thing I didn't understand. Then I didn't understand on Cap 220, where do you get the common from? It does make sense that you just get to choose from every player in the game. However, I mean, it will benefit people that do their research, won't it? Because you'll be able to find those like L0s that are about to play. Why no 6 PM content today? There was 6 PM content today, my man. It has been live for 2 hours. Once a manager has mastered the common draft competition and won their first limited card, it's time for them to consider the next step in the football-specific semi-pro competition. It requires just 1 limited card to compete along with drafted common cards. Yeah, but that's in the semi-pro thing, right? So that's drafted, right? Then what about pro? Why didn't you stream? Because I just wasn't streaming, mate. So yeah, the question then becomes, how do you get the common for Pro 270? And can you play semi-pro and amateur simultaneously? So this will provide more opportunities to win limiteds. Oh, loads more opportunities, yeah. For free-to-play players, this is going to be amazing. And we're going to experience this journey on our free-to-play account to the point where I might actually just give away the cards I've got on the other one and start another new account for it. Just to show people that have just started, hey, if you just start today, because I've got extra... This starts in 341 next week. Well, yeah, the next vid on the free-to-play account might literally be me just giving away the cards that I've got. And starting a brand new account again. Because the whole point of the free-to-play account is to show people how to play free-to-play in the current game state. The fact that I've already got 3 cards that have value gives me an advantage that other people won't have that are starting free-to-play. The commons won't disappear, they just don't have any utility. I hope that you can enter both amateur and semi-pro. One thing that frustrates me is that my current team, I can only play so many teams. Reset, and the rest of it I put in training. Yeah. If I was them, I wouldn't let people complete in amateur and semi-pro. Only semi-pro and pro at the same time. Yeah, well, I wouldn't spend any money on the game until 3-4-1 now, personally. So anyway, that was first confusion. Second confusion was, where the hell does this common come from, and can you enter into all of the cap modes at the same time? Channy has confirmed that yes, you can enter into all of the cap modes at the same time, which is amazing. Because it's just going to give so much utility to shite players. I'm sure the commons for these will be the 8x5 league players you draft. So 40 common players you draft, you can then use them in the capped mode. But then you have to use something that you're doing in the different game mode for this game mode. I don't think that's going to be what it is. Yeah, that's dumb. That's stupid. That if that's what they've done, that's an idiotic way to do it. Because you're effectively now suggesting to me that I need to utilize one of the players that I've got for that draft mode in a completely different game mode. Now, if you can use them together in the same game mode at the same time, I'm calm with that. It still wouldn't be ideal, but it would be better. So anyway, that was the second confusion for me. This I just love. I mean, they didn't display it particularly too well, and I hate the fact that I can't enter into kickoff in any game mode apart from unique. Actually makes me think I might get out of Super Res. I think this graphic is missing limited pro bit. Limited pro? What's the pink all-star in regions? That's rare pro. Like it would have been. Oh yeah, it would have been a great time to introduce it. Yeah. I assume Dave just made a save. It's fair though. If you're able to enter into the kickoffs with a number of cards, it wouldn't be fair the way they're setting the game up in cap modes. Kickoff Super Rare only has tier 2 rewards though. Yeah, it does. And obviously in capped modes, capped 240 and capped 270 for Super Rare, I can win uniques and Super Rares. Exclamation mark so rare, or exclamation mark so rare YT White Magnum. Like, do you know what's mad? Like, based on this news today, I had a few offers for one of the cards that I've just listed up. I had a couple of offers for Luperto and a couple of offers for this Sergio Gonzalez. But now I'm thinking, do you know what? Luperto, all of a sudden, could be mad for one of the cap modes. Especially when Empoli have like favored matchups at home to the weaker teams. Yeah, there is, because it's like, and one of the reasons why I sold that goalkeeper that I just sold is that L15 under 40, 220 is 44 max in L15. Yeah, but it's 44 max if you spread it across each 5 though, but you could build it however you want, right? Like, for example, this upcoming game week, if it was eligible, I could literally go and buy a limited Royce, and he's 23 points. And then I could go and buy a limited Wirtz, and he is L15 of 0. Which means anyone that's got Wirtz in the capped mode this week, which obviously doesn't exist, would massively benefit. Right? So if we actually went to scouts and players, has a game week. The scores L15 is quite literally 0. It's going to be a lot of players, mind you. And then if we put L40 having just a score average, it should reduce loads of players out of this. The players that might have been like playing, coming back from injury and stuff. Yeah, so it took over like 2,000 players out there. So any of these players, they're obviously on like long-term injuries or they've just lost clubs. Availability status is injured. Bruno scored. So like Brad Guzan, right? I don't know if he's necessarily going to be the number one when he comes back. He's 25 quid for his limited. The fact that you'll get an L15 of 0 for his first game. It's just a dub, man. It's just big. It has insane value. Maxim Hullet. I mean, his limited is nearly as much as his rare. Did he even play before? No, he got some games, but... I don't know when Corona's back, but when he's back, he will definitely be playing. Back on the 1st of February. Now, this might be a good player to watch. Sorare Joshua bought about 17 of these already. He will be genuinely a cheat code when he gets back because he was a good scorer. Even if he just scores 40 points, it's a 0 of your budget for some points. On NBA, you can actually use players with minus cap. Can you? Yeah, that's bad. Just for one game week, yeah. Just for one game week. But even then, like, if his first game week is mad and he scores like 60 points, chances are you've won something huge. Or you've done something sick because, you know, you've had 60 points for free. So that would be a big dub. If he only scores like 20 or 30 points, gets a sub appearance or something like that, you then have him as an availability of 20 points of your budget, even though he's a really good player. Managers will only be able to play with their draft common cards in our fantasy game and applicable capped modes. Note, this will not impact scarcity cards. Draft common cards can be played in multiple lineups to help fill... Right, there you go. All right, all of a sudden then, that changes a lot. And that was already written on there. But what that basically means is that the draft that you take from here, you can also enter into here and use one of in here. So this week, for example, if you... Oh, I don't like that. Well, that, Josh, is where it becomes then... Can you... And in the 220, yeah. That's where it then becomes is, can you play all the modes at the same time? If you can, that's going to be pretty dumb. So I don't think you'll be able to. I think you might be able to play amateur or semi-pro and pro. That sucks because you can only choose from 5 leagues for Cap 220. Well, for one player, yeah, but otherwise you'll have freedom of your limiteds, right? People are going to get a rude awakening. But I missed that. With these cap modes, because it's going to be like Messi, Kimmich, Douglas Santos, and 2 zeros. Like... I think I'd hedge. I think I'd fancy my chances on picking somebody who's like L1540. Yeah, that is a huge risk. If Messi drops a stinker, you've lost. He gets rotated out or injured, or you know anything could happen. I prefer the current specialist format of only 1/60. Also, for somebody to have a Messi, Kimmich, etc. in here, and then probably in some of these regions here as well. Do you know what that's going to do for the price of some of those cards? Oof. It'll be big. Not even that. You have to guarantee both of your bad players are going to start. That is going to be really hard. or you just put in two like DMPs basically. I think that's what Josh was saying is like effectively people are going to put in 3 monster players and 2 DMPs. Yeah, I don't think that will win. I agree. I don't think that'd be a good way. What I think he like galleries with big budgets and big big kind of ETH balances and galleries that are just massive anyway that can afford to put in those zero like he was saying 3 monsters and 2 OP zeros who are out and be coming back. Yeah, but I think like Verts this week. Yeah, but I think this is like a real unique situation, right? I don't think this is going to be the sort of thing that happens every week. And it lasts 1 game. I don't know how many, like, unless you've already got a Minyan, I don't necessarily think you're probably going to buy one for the sake of it. Like, I don't know who's forking out 284 quid. However, what I do agree with is that any player, any player here that might be like this guy, right? He was a starter at Watford, wasn't he? No, he wasn't. Oh, no, he was, yeah. Any player that just is even just a generally good scorer. Split Team of the Year icon. Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? I've been buying Guzans because he's going to be super OP first week of MLS. Yeah, he will be. Trying to find those players that play even like this guy, right? When this guy comes back from his injury in a week or 2, he doesn't even have to play well. They are all bonus points. All of it. It's all bonus points. So you buy one of each of him for each cap mode, and it wouldn't surprise me if he shot up to like £6, £7, £8 just because of that. Fact. Banning Dime. The difficulty becomes, right? Oh, somebody already bought him. Piss off, you bastards. Brilliant. There is now none of him on sale. How many were on sale just a second ago? Oh, they're already none of him on sale. Oh, no, yeah. You, Sotos Gamotos, and JJRTG, you're both pricks. I'll find more players. I won't tell you about them now. I'm not going to help you do the research. What I'll do is, like, making more players relevant. You know, when a player has L15 or 41, etc., they're basically useless. Yeah, and that's what I was going to get at, Josh, right? So one of the reasons why I sold Bossat straight away today when this news came in, or what's his name? I thought it was Bossat. Bossut. One of the reasons why I sold him is because him being L15 under 40 now holds no value. I would rather a L15 41 that has a better chance of a clean sheet than an L15 36 that has no chance of a clean sheet. Tom, thanks for the 4 months, man. So, I'll do that research on my own time now, guys. Thanks very much for ruining that. But yeah, there are probably quite enough players where if you have the budget, again, you're going to have to be sure he can start. You're going to have to be sure he's going to be able to play well and have a good matchup. You're going to have to do that twice. That's going to be difficult to get right. So I don't think you have to be sure he has a good matchup. I don't think you even have to worry if he plays well. The only thing you have to know is he going to get minutes at all? Because if he doesn't get minutes, you've got a DMP in your team, and that sucks. As long as he gets even 1 minute, that's 25 free points. If he starts and has a bad game, gets 20 points, 25 points, 30 points, that's 3 points. And there are probably enough players that picking up those guys that are like £0 to £3 that have a chance is going to be wise. But yeah, you're right. Like, taking someone like this guy, right? He's got a meta. Let's say he's coming back in 2 weeks' time. He had some good games. He had some games where it looks like he was just a sub, which he was. The potential of you knowing what game he's going to come back and if he's even going to get minutes during that game is slim to none. It's a lot easier with players like Verts and players like Royce and players like Maignan, because you know they're coming back in. You know you've got training pictures, you've got training matches. Like, there's way more information. But people like this guy, you're gonna have no chance at all. Yeah, exactly. And I do think that will be a sticking point for and probably cost people opportunities rather than help them win opportunities. But for those cheat codes, there will be some here and there, and that'll be interesting. So I like the fact I didn't get that read before, but yeah, I like the fact I think 4-on-1 can definitely work. Yeah. Then they play one match and it's like 60 so's use. Yeah, exactly. And that's the risk, right? Especially if you buy into you know, let's say this guy went up to like £4, but he's actually only worth 50p. And then he plays his one game. Now his L15 is like 37. You don't want him anymore. And now he goes back down to 50p. You've lost £3 on him. It's just, it might not even be worth the risk. Jono, thanks for the 19 months, man. I really like the fact that Cap 240 and Cap 270 are going to have higher rewards and double rewards. I really like the fact that there's going to be seasonal and monthly leaderboards for rewards. That's cool. I really like the capped modes. Like, what would I have for a capped 220 super rare right now? How can he have like the worst score on the whole team in a 4-0 game? Damn. Rio Hatate doing bits again. 2-1. Yeah, they've been 2-1 for a while. Cole Bruno Fernandes. On at 95 points. Christian Eriksen that I didn't buy. It was like 200 quid. He's now 498. Jesus Christ. Let's go to my gallery. Let's go to my super res. Now, I assume that it will still be SO5, like goalkeeper, defender, midfielder, forward, and any. If you had your 45 ETH back, how would you personally spend it starting over? I would probably just go and buy like 2 or 3 teams of like the best players on the platform and just try and farm it. Appreciate the recent video, Nep, although I'd have appreciated it more if you went in further, mate. I just read and gave my response, Des. I'm not quite sure what I could give more than my reaction to the information. Jota provides an assist. Let's go, baby. Not that it matters, but yeah, I'm not quite sure what more I could have given you, Des, I'm afraid, bro. You're playing another game. What does that mean, Mirad? What is it? This is called Sorare. Further in your chair? I'm just not quite sure what further more I could have done. Right, so what mode would I have like best options for? This game week. Let's game week 3-4-1. So Bilal, if he's there. I think he was the guy that said you never play other games last night. Oh, gotcha. Hence, you're playing another game. I'm playing another game, yeah. So El Karawani would be a good one. Walker will be a good one for me when he finally gets to the MLS. Same as Felipe. See, I will always play someone like Hamilton in one of the caps modes because he usually gets minutes. Not always, but usually. And on the odd occasion, he starts. I mean, he started 2 games in a row, but... so he has a lot of upside and not really much downside. Shot at assist, yeah, I saw that. Unfortunately, all of my lineups are gassed out this week. Garland and Tresor performed terribly. And Vandenberg isn't going to keep a clean sheet. Hasn't kept his clean sheet. Devlin game got called off. And Tresor only came off the bench. And Korka transferred. So, bit poo-poo, I'm afraid. Wolves losing those assists like crazy. Bournemouth's playing pretty poo-poo as well. It's a tough game against Anderlecht, but... yeah, I mean... I'd probably have to go in for the Cap 270, wouldn't I? Allow 51. Power 54, that's 105. Like Hack 54, that's 155. 159. Nuno back's next game. We're going to have a hard choices to make, aren't we? Yeah. I think Kolasinac keeps his place. What Cap 220 team would you build? Well, I don't have one for super rare, unfortunately. For rare, 220, what would I build? I mean, I'm trying to sell him, but I'd put Dmitrievski in first. I think goalkeepers with really low L15s are going to be your ideal players. I go back to him all the time, but the Rosenberg goalkeeper, Hansen, his L15 is really low, but he gets above his L15 quite regularly. 220, you don't need a goalkeeper, I think. You sure? I don't think that's true. Are you going to put the L15 stuff you explained earlier in a YouTube vid? What L15 stuff? Goalkeepers around 40 to 45, but have a chance of a clean sheet. I think even lower than that. I think goalkeepers around 30 to 35. 30, basically around 35. Yeah, 35 to 40. Honestly think you should keep Dmitrievski. I would much rather back Bakasetas because what you got to remember is, although the cap modes are going to be there and there's a fair few of them, what they're actually doing is replacing Specialist, Underdog, and ETH, right? We are still going to have Under 23, All-Star Rare Pro, Champion Europe, Challenge Europe, etc., right? So having like big squads to farm cards to enter into the cap mode is still going to be important, right? They're adding essentially 2 extra modes in each video. Yeah. And the ability to win rewards beyond the division you're playing in twice, which is amazing. So I would put in, at the moment, let's just assume I'd put in Dmitrievski at 43. Who have I got? I mean, Wrench, when he's back, which he will be here, so I'd put Wrench in at 41. Midfielders. Hey, Vorma with the assist, baby. Let's go. I'd probably go Tresor here. That doesn't leave me much. I'd go Klozek. And that leaves me 32. And then I'd have to find somebody else. Yeah, even Cap 240, it is going to be tough, man. Sorry, Cap 220 is going to be tough. I could do this with Cap 240. That'd leave me 52 points spare. So I'd put in like Hoxer, for example, at 50. That would be quite a good 5. The thing that I'm going to have to focus on personally is doing the capped, the limited capped modes, because I've got way more limited cards. Like I've got 160. Oh, actually, not even way more, but way more that are playing anyway. Going to be a weird dynamic. Like if a player gives away his pen, his price might go up because he becomes way more favorable for the next game. But yeah, genuinely. Yeah, if a goalkeeper drops an absolute clanger and then has a great matchup, could have good value. Born former lad. Hey, I'm actually gutted Devlin's not going to get a bloody thing here. I'm only 60 points away from a reward, 80% complete. Unless they play their game tomorrow night, which would be ideal. Who scored it? Who scored it? Ndor. You either want 80s or like 15. 50 points is useless now. Again, I think depends on the matchup and the circumstances. Yeah, Omlin's going to be the that's right, triple. I'm joking, really. I do think, though, that there's, like, finding those guys. So here's what I want to do, right? Here's what we're going to do. Player finder. Players. Has a game week in 3-4-1. Let's try and find a forward, because I prefer goalkeepers and forwards for these modes. Is a substitute, but in his L15 has played at least, say, 85% of the games. Who's there? And then has an L15 of, like, let's say, 40 at most. These are the guys. This guy. This is the guy. He's the guy, right? Now, obviously, you're not going to buy him rare. And this is why I think the limited side of things is just going to be all over the place, which is going to be great for, like, trading and stuff, right? Yeah, I did Mendez. But this guy's going to be the guy. He always one game he didn't play. Sometimes he starts, but he always gets minutes and sometimes gets decisives. So it keeps his L15 really, really low. But every now and then, he's just going to bang for you. This guy, maybe I wouldn't be too keen on because you've got a long work time for these 2 green dots to be in L15. I almost want to go even further down. I almost want to go like L15 highest, like 35. Christian Bruce has been subbed off. Ooh, Samata's a great one for Genk. He doesn't have any limiteds on the market. £62 for his rare. Now, the question is he going to stay at Genk as a sub? If he is, he's a mad pickup. That's fair enough from Dan, isn't it? Just buy as many backup goalkeepers as possible. Wait for an injury on a main goalkeeper. I mean, that's been a standard practice anyway. Elect from Sibinik. He's very decisive heavy, but scores a lot of goals. Oh, this guy for 62 quid is actually like... It's again one of those situations where he always gets minutes. He didn't against Bruges, but generally speaking, he always gets minutes. Good one might be. So I personally, George, won't be looking for players that have zeros, because I think the understanding of when they're going to play and when they're going to come back is just going to be too extreme. I much prefer players like this. Santiago. Yeah, basically what you're going to want to find is the super subs for teams. He's a perfect example of it. Because his L15 is 38, so you're going to get those points anyway. You just want the people that can give you that ability to go higher. Yeah, again, perfect, right? I mean, this guy's just shit. Gets 90 minutes and doesn't get good scores. No FIFA today, I'm afraid, my man. Them Korean lads who get subbed on the 20th minute could be good. Yeah. There's going to be a lot of different strategies to building the different particular... Dan, Brian McKay, 0 decisives in a 5-0. Dan confirmed only league drafted commons can be submitted in limited kickoff, but there is no limited kickoff in their announcement at all. But that's what I said to you, isn't it? That I think that they're missing a limited kickoff. But again, that's another really, really good thing. But that's another way for people to pick up rewards. So if you're a free-to-play player, once you get that first limited, you are going to be able to enter into limited kickoff, competition semi-pro, competition pro, competition semi-pro, and can he answer the question of can you enter into these different tournaments all at the same time? Is he there like responding to people? Let me grab a drink real quick. Andre Hansen, super rare on auction. Don't. Ah, oh, bollocks. 5 minutes left. Oh, do I dare? Do I dare? I fucking do. I'm never going to be able to afford it, am I? There's no way he's going to go for that price when he's rare selling for that price. Today, no, I won't get it. I won't get it. No chance. Who else has bid on it? Oh, I don't see any of the like Katozes or anything like that. Only this guy has bid twice. These guys might be chances. I reckon this Pavlo guy might be the only one that's like... Although he didn't overbid again when Passiment says Jambel's bid. The MP keepers might be about to explode. Especially for 220, because people will go for it with 4 players. Second guy made a typo in his own Sorare name. What does it say? Yeah, I'm interested to see what they'll do for training. I don't think you're going to need keepers for training. Because NBA, you just flip in everything, don't you? It was said that keepers would... DNK keepers would explode when they remove commons in All-Star Rare, and they never did. Meant to be Passiment D Shambles, which means step overs. Gotcha. I can offer again. Let me cancel the... Let me cancel this because there's another £100 of ETH there. And then let me cancel this Elami. Just off, freezing me up a little bit of ETH there. Rio Hatate subbed out. It'd be so much easier to not have positions in trainings. Yeah, just 5 players. And like I do in NBA, I'm like bang, 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 submit. Bang, 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 submit. Bang, 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 bang. Submit. Takes 2 seconds. You should just, and what they should then do is allow you to have an auto submit. So just auto submit lineups for everything that you've got left. Yeah, autofill would be amazing. Yeah. Yeah, I'm interested to see if Dan's answering questions about, like I say, like whether or not you can play. How many of these can you play in? And can you play in these competitions and these competitions and these competitions? And the Lec 2-2. Yeah, that was about 5-6 minutes ago, JC. It was a Rambo 78 with just an R. It's definitely not someone in the stream. I'll see if anyone else bids. Can you play? Yeah, you can play all the cat modes at the same time. Yeah. Dino team with the ear icon. Jesus Christ. What have I got? £760. I'm nearly there for Basek Sehetas. Surely if you can't play kickoff rare, you also can't play capped. Seems as only you can only enter one of the 3. But anyone can enter them, is that right? Which like largely makes sense, right? (3-2) Zolte. Was it another former decisive? My phone hasn't buzzed, so I don't think so. I hope this guy's just run out of ETH. I hope that's just all he had left in his ETH balance. Because if I didn't bid on that, he would have got it for 491. But because he's got a massive gallery, and this is way too cheap for this card, I have a feeling he's going to bid again. People tend, even like here on FIFA, man, people tend to wait until there's like 10 seconds left to try and make you think that it's all like, it's all done and dusted. There you go. I knew it. I don't really want to put my ETH into this Hansen card. What's the next bid at? 585. This will be my last bid on him. Worst case scenario, I've pushed it up a little bit. Best case scenario, I've got a super rare goalkeeper that's going to be great for capped modes at 585. He doesn't play before April. That's okay. I might even be able to sell him on again. Like if I listed him up for like £700-800, I'll probably get offers for him. Maybe it looks like I'm going to pick him up here. Oh no, there you go. And at that point, it's sad because this guy's going to get like, this is a bargain. This is a bargain. He last sold on auction for 640. It's not about what he sold for on auction because auctions are always cheaper. It's more about what he's actually worth. And the fact that his rare sold for 331 means his super rare is probably worth about £1,000. I just can't justify putting that much ETH into a player that doesn't play till at 640 is before Cap Mo's announcement. Yeah, it is. What do we say, guys? I've got 15 seconds to decide. Do I do one more bid? No, Unamas, don't bid. One more. Bid, bid, bid. When Sorare Josh says bid, you bid. Yeah. When Sorare Josh says bid, you bid. If he's not, he is number one, yeah. Oh, that guy bid again. At this point now, I'm like, maybe not. I could probably find a better goalkeeper with L15 or 30. The only thing is Rosenberg obviously have great chance to keep cards, like, prices up. The thing that's mad about this, now I'm not going to, it is like, before this guy came around, if I just didn't bid again here, he would have got him for 552. So I'm not going to go for it now, but hey, at least I pushed his price up a little bit. Now we need to go back to, now the interesting thing is I have £760 of ETH. Nice backer, sorry. I need to find, oh, somebody's listed him. Who's the new person? Was it this guy? No, 110%. Offer through ETH. That guy was already there. It's this guy, isn't it? 115% trade. Does that mean that that's already taken into consideration with the price that he's got there based on the price here? Somebody else bid on him as well. Mad. That's the thing with super rare auctions. You just need 2 guys interested in the card and the auction could go crazy. And then with no guys interested in the card, you can get them for dirt cheap, man. Gonna be interesting to see what he ends up selling for. 702 on bid now, yeah. Siaprito. Man, if it wasn't for me bidding, this guy would have never had a chance to come in. It would have been gone. It would have been done and dusted. Oh, I'm so close to getting him. I don't want to pay just ETH. I really want to trade out some of my cards. I'd always assume it's 120% on recent sales because 120% on his listed prices is taking a P. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, is it like, so if I offer Dmitrievsky again, I don't. What value would you personally give Dmitrievsky, Josh? His last sale. His last sale was, I got traded 1 hour ago. The buyer was Pavel Trader. That's interesting. He bought in bulk for Ryan and Lucero. Like 700. Right, so 700. What then would 120% of recent sales for Bakasehatas be? Wouldn't that be £1,200? So if I offered Dmitrievsky and £500, is that a trade that you think is like a reasonable trade? That guy hates you. Wait, which guy? This guy? Why does he hate me? He only wants 115% as well. That also gives this guy £500 worth of ETH. I think he's going to reject it. I don't know why, but I've just got that feeling that like people like price these players way too hard. He's talking about the guy you bid up. Oh, the Andre Hansen guy. The bidder. Yeah, he's literally missed out on him. This guy got him in the end. The other guy missed out on him because I upbidded some. Mad. He should counter if he's interested. Yeah, but usually when I do things like this, like one thing that typically happens, even though my gallery's not like massive, like I understand I've got a big gallery, but even though it's not like massive, people come and look at my gallery or potentially like click on my Twitter or something and they're like, oh, I'm not going to give this guy any kind of deal. And I just get like, they'll counter with something just absurd that is no value at all. You got Dmitrievsky for 591. That's a good price. I want to wait for that Bruno Perez to that super rare Bruno Perez to come back. Jota subbed out. Managed to anticipate and got Fernando Guerrero and super rare. Was that you that bought the one a couple of days ago, Mendez? Is that you there, S Manager? I really wanted to buy this. Like, I really wanted to buy this. Yes. And then, yeah, man, I don't know if you, like, I don't know what caused you to buy them and stuff, but this exact super rare, I had put in a couple of offers for, and they both rejected it. And I legitimately, like, tried starting to sell items to get him because, yeah, he's wild, man. Oh, damn, you got a 22 ETH gallery, Mendez, yeah. Jesus Christ, Bodar's a good one. You do quite well in All-Star Rare, don't you? GG's. Yeah, I don't know what his rare selling for now. 421. What did I pay for it? 426. Have you tried selling Dimitri? Yeah, I've got him listed. See, this guy just rejected it. Oh, he sent a counter offer. Yes, see, I told you. Then they go and do something dumb. Like, I'm not going to give you... Like this trade all of a sudden is like awful fucking value. So he wants 1.5 pounds from me for a 1.1 player. Just so stupid. They review, yeah, the national series you can't see, yeah. No, I mean, I wasn't. I never would take this, but this was like more to my point of like what these guys do is you offer them something and they're like, yeah, let me sting you. That is my offer. You need to tick a non-scoring card. Ah, fair enough. If he wants 115% on listed price, he's an idiot. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, I've literally got Dimitri up for sale. I would be more than content with somebody offering me even like 700. I'd take it, which is also way under, like where I think I can actually sell him because he's sold for more than that already. He sold for 715 3 days ago, 648 7 days ago. I think he's just a keeper in a bit of demand as well. Can you explain why it's worth spending that much money on a virtual player? This isn't a virtual player. This is an NFT. Ramos clip had a decent first hour. Nice. GG's, it's triple. Kilom. You put the Hullet clip up as well, right? Does triple double mean 2 interceptions or 3? A triple double is 2 interceptions, 2 net duels, and 2 tackles. Unlisted. Go through all the settings of the one that's live, and then all the settings of the one that's not live. See what discrepancies are there, and we'll see if you can figure out what you didn't do in the other one. But you wish you took that deal when Sorare came knock on them years ago? No, not really. Because I still didn't necessarily believe in the platform and didn't understand it back then, right? So no, not really. And Hatate is really proving to be... And remember when his super rare was like £300? God damn. Vorma's done well. Brawls has let me down. But Brawls, I didn't care about Brawls. He was in a bad lineup anyway. 60 points away from a reward, goddamn. Informer subbed out 63 points. Yeah, people spent money on FIFA. Yeah, I want Guerrero to have a good game at the weekend, but I'm fearing for my goalkeeper he's against. Yeah, that's why I didn't put that goalkeeper in a lineup, Julie. Got a player with the duels and tackles. Just need one more interception for the triple. Unfortunately, the triple double isn't actually that valuable because the double double's 4 points. The triple double's only 6 points. You get more points from the tackle or interception itself that gives you the triple double than you do from the triple double, which is dumb. The triple is where it becomes real big because, yeah, exactly, Scooney. Not only do you get the extra tackle, the extra interception, and the extra duel, which is like 7 points, you get an extra 6 points for the triple double. It goes up to 12 points, which is massive. Missed attack. No, you didn't put it into a game category, so it needs to go into the FIFA 23 Ultimate, FIFA 23 like game category. So if you go to the details page, then click on show more, scroll down, it says game title optional. That needs to go in FIFA 23. But the one that reads FIFA 23, EA Sports FIFA 23, basically. And then you can set that live if you like. Yeah, triple's 12 points. But then, of course, you get 18 points from the tackles and interceptions as well. And you'll have at least like 3 points from the net duels. So you actually get like, it's almost like 35 points for a triple. It's like, it's really good. It's really good. That's probably still too much, isn't it? I feel like I'm still overpaying by about £200 there. I feel like if I just sold Dmitrievski and got the flat ETH. Yeah, see, he's still there at £1,400 for a card that on the market floor price is $11.72. Too much ETH for that level of percentage on top of the 100. I'll go down to like 520. Saying that though, Dmitrievski only sold for 700 once and it was in the 600s before, so. What type of defender scored most points? Centre back, left back. Like, there's no answer to that. Because he just rejected it straight away. Yeah. Well, tomorrow we will just sell Dmitrievski and go and buy. Let me try this guy again. What did he reject? I offered him 400 and 450. Let me try him with Dmitrievski and 500. Still need to get that. This guy. That guy didn't even respond to him. Somebody else buy that El Mali? No, 10 hours ago. Do I just buy the bullet on him and pick him up? 6%. Fixing live. Thought I did it. Must not have confirmed the game choice before moving on. All good. Anyway, Baka Sehatas too. Third sale ago was only 900. Yeah, it's fair. Livingston game postponed for Warlock pitch. I think it was frozen pitch maybe, but hopefully they play tomorrow. Although I don't think I have a chance now with how bad the setup was. I'm just going for this guy. If I don't do him now, I'm gonna forget and I'm gonna regret. -2 on Aberdeen goalkeeper. What lineups am I hoping to put the Turkish players into? I'll show you. So the centre back that I just bought goes into under 23. I'll break down all my stuff in a second. Goes in here because Abkar is suspended, but in general, Abkar's just shite. So El Mali goes in there. Right, so the lineups are as follows, right? All-Star Rare, Bararian and Gignac, like half stack. Sanguer, great matchup. Grimaldo, great matchup. Caro, great matchup. All-Star Limited. Caro, Grimaldo, Tresor, De Jong, and Wolfswinkel. Limited Champion Europe. I don't think... So, Ulreich's not going to start. I don't think Muller's going to start either. But I don't have any other options here. And this was kind of like just the players that I had left. I don't know if Pinamonti's going to start. I don't know if Damian's going to start. Lewer's suspended. So, at this moment in time, that is just... it is quite literally just a throwaway. Challenge Europe Rare is also just players that I have left rather than players that I think are any good. Limited Second Division Europe is also just players that I had left rather than players... I mean, there's some good players in there, but it's just players that I had left. Limited Underdog is actually quite decent. We bought Pablo Vasquez for it. Then we've got Chukwueze, who's beginning to start a lot more for Villarreal, which is nice. De Jong and Misijan. Misijan's got a decent matchup as well against Utrecht. Super Rare Underdog is just... I don't even know. Is the Cadiz nuts set up in yet? No, Cadiz not there. Let's refresh just in case. Oh, they've added some stuff. Netherlands is there. No, Cadiz aren't there. Nijmegen. Got Woolwijk against Eagles. Oh, is Kramer expected to start? He is 60%. Lovely. Feyenoord against Ajax. Oh, damn. He's not even expected to start on this one. Yeah, what have we got here? So Berghaus, Taylor, and Alvarez are the projected starters. Wijndal, Bassi, Timber, and Sanchez. Excelsior, don't care about. I nearly bought Jesper Karlsson today, but apparently he's linked to Man United. Makes me walk the hell away from him, that's for sure. Eindhoven against Vitesse. Sanguer, 90%. Luc de Jong, 90%. That's all I needed to see from that. Teze, 80%. Damn. Mwene, 20%. And then Twente versus Utrecht. Van Wolfswinkel and Misijan expected to start. Zerouki expected to start. Oh, I wanted to see... Oh, yeah, Utrecht. So... Toonstra's got a 40% chance of starting. What was his injury? Does anyone know what his injury was? And then Groningen. Who was I looking at from Groningen? Wasn't Pepe. One of the defenders. Would I take a chance on Orsic, who signed for Southampton? No, he won't score nowhere near as good in the Premier League as he did in the Croatian League. So that anyway, that's where that is. So I wanted to check Fally Jimenez, but Klaassen doesn't look like he's going to start. Sauer, have they got Pro League there yet? No. Then we've got Limited Specialist, which is very good. I think, yeah, Fally gets injured every game. Don't worry about that. That we're only 5 points away from PSG mid-season is dangerous. Drives my hopes too high. Yeah, Switzerland comes back this week as well. That's a throwaway. That's my Bundesliga draft. I'm going to do some videos on that tomorrow. Just messaging about that. Fair enough. Yep, I am. Wait, did Casemiro get booked? Let's go. That's massive for Arsenal, that is. Rare underdog's all right. Maleka's not projected to start. I think he will. Even if he just gets minutes. Yeah, someone's likely to start. This is a nice team. It's not like the greatest team. It doesn't have the best chance, but it has a decent chance. All four players outfield have decisive potential. Vormer actually got decisive today again. This lineup's going to be here. I want to have Besiktas Hetas in here. Any tips on Sorare? Well, the whole stream has been quite a lot of tips on Sorare, my man. Yep, Fred's going to play against Arsenal or McTominay. Or is that what McFred is? He has to G double in the cup. Yeah, I still got his rare. It just doesn't... Did he start today? It's tough with him because I thought he was going to do really well. Halftime sub. So he came on at halftime and got 2 goals. Look at that, man. He barely gets any time at all. I still like him as a player. Like, if he ever goes back to Turkey or something like that, or like to a lower league in Turkey, I mean, like that bit, like a lower team. Fred's coming on. If Fred gets a yellow card, he is suspended for the game against Arsenal. How long's left? Ozil played today as well. Hey, he's like 20 quid on the site. 64 quid. Has he just been like mad injured? Or just doesn't want to play or what? I don't know. One person. Yeah, he's been out for 3 months with a back injury. Another person. He don't want to play and the fans hate him. Don't change, chat. Eight minutes plus extra time. Go on, Fred. Put in a bad challenge, pal. Yeah, so the only real thing I have to do tomorrow now is get... Like, Neres is likely to play. He's not likely to start, but he's likely to get minutes. So if I can't get Bakasetas for a reasonable price tomorrow, I'm not going to stress about it. This lineup's still very, very good with Neres picking up minutes. But if I could put Bakasetas in here, this team has genuine potential to win. Would I prioritize Challenger over All-Star? Like, for me personally, no, I think my All-Star team... Wait, did he accept it? Nice, Barini not sold. No, my All-Star team is my priority. I don't know much about him, really, Blue. Sorry, pal. If you get him, isn't he better than Sunga this week? No. Maybe. I don't know. Vitesse are also garbage, so... I think I'd rather keep the stack, the Bruno Perez Baka stack, than break that up. If you want a cheaper option, Trezeguet. Now, Trezeguet is actually finding his form a little bit, isn't he? Oh, he was finding his form a little bit. Now he's been tragic. I don't really want to buy him for one game week. He had 3 BCM last game. Or the last game. Or the last game. No. He's really wide and backtracks too much. Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to pay for him. We're against Fatty, one against Dress and Spall. That could have easily been way better scores. Jake, thanks for the 5 months, man. There's no backer, that's for sure. The thing about backer is, no, look at this game. They lost 5-0. He's still got 56 points. He didn't get a decisive here. 2 big chances created, mind you. Still got great points. Lost 4-1 here. Still got great points. It has to be him. I was living a dream, just streaming Sorare for hours. I thought, you know what, Channy, man? Even if, like, listen, we got 500 viewers here. That straight away is mad. Like, mad. But I thought, I'm either going to sit here and play Sorare by myself, or I can stream it. Got to do what you love at times. Yeah, you have. This guy's only just listed that up. One. Go on, Palace, lads. Is that a Fred booking? I don't want to feel. Was it a free kick from a bad Fred challenge that caused a yellow card? What does that do for the table, baby? Let's go. That's on goal of the season reel. We are talking if buts and maybe so's. But if Arsenal beat Man United on the weekend and City drop points to Spurs, we could genuinely be 10 points clear halfway through the season. Wouldn't that be unreal? City drop points to stinkers, man. Look at that. They lost to Man United. They lost to Brentford. They drew with Everton. They got it in them. How's Casemiro missed out? I'd be shocked if he missed anything. He's just been off the field. Did he get subbed off or did he stay on in the end? Maybe he stayed on because he already got booked. Probably stayed on because he got booked. Yeah, fair enough. Free shot on the 6-yard box. Wan-Bissaka with the last man tackle. All time. God damn. GG's Crystal Palace, baby. I'm keeping Asia cards, my man. A lot of my Asian cards are elite cards. If a card transfers to the Premier League, they tend to go up in price. No. It's way harder to score in the Premier League, like score points. Than it is in like other leagues. Remingtons? No, I think I was brilliant. Thoughts on Dan Juma? I thought he was good at Bournemouth when they were in the Championship, wasn't he? Need to beat you on Saturday now. Sunday, whenever it is. Oh, Josh. Pop it in your diary, all right? The date will be Tuesday the 7th of February. Might have you come down, stay with me on Tuesday the 6th of February. If you're not busy, of course. Because we've got a great opportunity on Tuesday the 7th of February. But I really think we should make lots of quality content on. Sounds intriguing. Oh, it's good. You're free? Perfect. Could you get the time off work? Yeah. I'm going to hope that this guy sends me an offer back, guys. Or accepts or rejects or just chooses something anyway. And then for now, I will see you guys tomorrow, I think. Yeah, that team of the year Ronaldinho looks... Well, I mean, his stats predicted, but just in general, these team of the year icons